Well, welcome back. It's Paul Schrimpf here. I'm with Brady Bjornson from Topcon. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So, I want to talk a little bit about. I know Topcon's made a number of interesting acquisitions on a wide range of areas, and from scales and the grain side all the way up to monitors, and there's all sorts of interesting things going on. So, just give us an update on some of the technology and how it's moving forward, how you're integrating it into Topcon.
Yeah, sounds good. So with some of the acquisitions we made in 2015, being the NORAC and the Digistar line, one of the things we're doing as we move forward is trying to continue to reinvigorate those product lines and continue to expand those product lines. One of the things that we're talking about here at the InfoAg show was a project that we call the GT560 and the CL55 project, or what we call intelligent grain cart. And really what the intelligent grain cart system allows us to do is marry the GT560 that a lot of our customers have today with the load cells that they have, and allow them to automatically transfer that data. So a lot of times what we've kind of seen out in the real world is that a lot of times the grain cart operator's got the GT400 or a GT560 up in the cab, and they're collecting data that they don't know that they're collecting, whether it's on or not, they're still collecting the data, or they're just looking at the scale and saying, cool, I just loaded 80,000 pounds, or better yet, 120,000 pounds, and I don't care if I'm overloaded, right? Well, at the end of the day, that data actually has value to go back to crop insurance and to actually figure out what our real yield is. So what we wanted to do after seeing this out and doing voice of customer and out in the real world was, how do we automate that? So as you collect data in the cab with the grain cart, how do we get it back to where we can do something with it? And that's kind of what this project and what this product, the intelligent grain cart product, will allow us to do. So with the GT560 today, we can hook up the CL55, and what a CL55 is a telemetry device and a wireless data transfer device. That plugs into the GT560 and it automatically makes a connection to the TAP. And with TAP, you get the opportunity to store your data in there for free. That allows us to start streaming data in there. Customers have a repository where they can go through and start looking at their data, start manipulating data as they need to, as well as making sure that data actually gets back to where it needs to be. As we move forward with, we'll call it automatic data cleansing. We'll take a look at yield maps, and then we'll take a look at the grain cart, and we'll bring those two together to make a smooth yield map that is weight compensated. That actually makes a much more accurate yield map for you. The importance of doing that is when we take a look at a yield map and I take a look at building fertility programs, part of your fertility program is figuring out what your yield potential is. And the more accurate my yield potential and my yield map is, the more accurate I can make my fertility maps, and I can really start pushing the ground that I've got. Maybe I cut back, maybe I put more in, maybe I look at different varieties. That's kind of what we're looking at with the intelligent grain cart project.
Okay, so this is information you'd expect the grower to share with their agronomist and help make decisions.
Yep, and that's kind of the advantage that we've got with TAP. And TAP is this open platform, this product that allows us to share with anybody and everybody. And by we, I'm looking at this from a grower standpoint. I also farm as well. So really, from a grower standpoint, I want to share it with my trusted advisors, whether that's my agronomist or who else I deem to be my trusted advisor. So I can pass it on to my agronomist. I can pass it on to my crop insurance adjuster. The big thing that we're looking at for is how do we also automate the crop insurance process. So today, I take a look at, as a grower, I have to go to all the county FSA offices. I have to manually report that. How can I automate that? Same thing goes with crop insurance. So from a crop insurance standpoint, instead of waiting 3 months to get a check, I get a check next week. Well, that makes life a heck of a lot easier when we got bills to pay, right?
Absolutely. Sounds like a really interesting process. So you have talked to the insurance side of it.
Yep.
And showed them this.
Yep. So that's one of the big things that we know that we have to have in alignment is we have to talk with the insurance side, and we also have to talk with the USDA on automatic reporting side. So we want to make sure that whole process is as streamless as possible. I mean, it's great that we want to sit down with our FSA agents and we want to work through that, but a lot of times in the modern farming world, we don't have time to drive 50 miles. We don't have time to drive to 100 miles with the spread out as large as these farms can be. So what can we do to automate that? And that's really where we've gone with that. It's automating the data transfer and the data flow to make sure that as that data gets collected in the field, it gets to TAP, and then from TAP we can disseminate that to wherever it needs to go to, all seamlessly.
Sounds like a fantastic program.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty slick. So right now we're looking at launching that at Farm Progress Show. So you guys will get to see what that looks like at Farm Progress Show, and you should be able to order it that week.